Hello, welcome to Astronomy 1010, Life in the Universe. My name is Jody Asbell-Clarke and I'm the prof in this course. I probably won't be meeting you in face-to-face, but you should feel free to get in touch with me anytime. Can be reached on the email system through the course, or I also provide my outside email on the front page. And if you have any questions anywhere along, please feel free to get in touch. Let's see, this course is about scientific inquiry. A lot of people are coming from all different backgrounds. Some know a lot about science, some don't know. This may be their very first course in astronomy or course in science in a long time. So that's part of the nice aspect of this as you get into discussions with each other. People bring out all different kinds of backgrounds. So what I really am looking for is how people learn how to make a scientific argument and look for valid scientific articles that are out in the news and how we can use those to make a point about whether you think there is life in the universe, how you think we should go about finding it, and other questions related to that. So I don't want anybody to feel intimidated if you're coming in without a lack of science. You just need to be willing to learn a lot. That's how you do well in this class. I would suggest that you make a calendar in whatever format you usually use. From the dates, all the assignment dates are listed on the top of each session page. There's 7 sessions. Sessions 2, 3, 4, and 5 all have assignment or paper deadlines and discussion deadlines that are due. Session 1 has an introductory discussion, and Session 7 is about saying goodbye and turning in your term paper. But all the rest of them have either assignments and or discussion deadlines that are graded. So just be sure to mark all those down. It's the kind of course you could forget that it exists because we don't meet in person. So it's really up to you to find a way to schedule it for yourself that you're going to remember all the deadlines. Other than that, you don't have to be anywhere at any certain time. I don't care whether you do your work at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's all good with me. Just stick with the deadlines. And a big part of the course is discussions. The most frequent way people do poorly in this course is by just blowing off the discussions. And they're so easy, and it's where I think the most fun and the learning is in the course. And it's 30% of your grade, 33% of your grade. So I strongly suggest you doing well in discussions. All they take is going out and looking for articles on the internet that you can read that are from scientific sources. We're not looking for religious articles. We're not looking for blog posts from somebody's opinion. We're not looking for memes and stuff like that from the internet, from Facebook or whatever. What we're looking for are the types of articles that come from NASA or universities' science departments, or even some public news outlets like the CBC and astronomy.com, space.com. I'll give you some examples of what you can use, and you guys look out for each other. If an article that comes up in discussion doesn't look valid to you, you don't have to call the person out. You can just suggest to the person, hey, maybe this isn't the most scientifically valid article for these reasons. And that's one way, even if you don't have a strong science background, you might be able to contribute a lot to your group discussions. The big thing about the discussions is that they're spread out over the session. It's not where you should wait till the deadline, post your article, come back at the next deadline and answer everybody's questions. That's like walking into somebody's room and stating your opinion, walking out at the end of a conversation and stating your opinion. Some people do that, but it's really not nice and it's not good practice. Certainly not good scientific practice. So what you should do is plan on logging into the course every couple of days and looking at the discussions in your group, going through, finding a few interesting ones, following the thread, and having a conversation and discussion. It might mean going out and going, wow, that's a good question. Let me go see what I can find about that and find some more scientifically valid sources. Or it might mean saying, hey, that's really interesting. Let me ask you some more questions about that, or that are good, meaningful, digging questions, not just like, wow, do you think there's life? You know, let's look at what's really in the content. So that's the spirit of how I grade the discussions. There's also assignments. Those are graded by a TA, Matt Keefe, and looking for the same types of criteria though. How are you linking information together from textbook, from the articles, from what you read, and making a good scientific argument for what you're saying. There's no exams. We never have to meet. You never have to gear up for an exam. There's one term paper. It's due at the very last day of class. I think that's December 3rd. Read what I say in the sessions about that. The term paper is written up in the session 6 assignment. So if you want to see what's been available ahead of you, go to the session 6. And the last thing I need to talk about is plagiarism. It used to be a big deal in this course. It has been in the past. I think it's not as much anymore. I hope that's because of people respecting the class and respecting what I'm trying to do. But I have all kinds of plagiarism checks in place. Matt and I both know pretty well if it came from a past assignment, if it's been plagiarized off the web. If we miss you one time, you'll catch you the next time, because we sample a lot of them, and I have no tolerance for it. Unfortunately, it makes us spend a lot of time doing plagiarism checks rather than doing things like you know, contributing to the class discussions and really answering good, meaty questions. So it really makes me mad, and I have a zero tolerance, and once I find evidence of it, I just send it to the university and say, deal. So you don't want to go there. The way to make sure you're not that person is just do your own work. Take the information, learn it, digest it, and write your own stuff, and we'll not have a problem. All right.